Okay, so this is a demo of the third part of my AI coursework where I've implemented logical inference and fuzzy logic to my chatbot. So the first thing I'll do is just show you a couple of commands. So we've got like check that crow is bird, and it can tell us that's back. It could also tell if something's wrong. So check that human is bird, and it should tell us that that's incorrect. It should. So the main bit of the chatbot is it does like it knows certain animal groups, it knows a couple features about them, and it knows a couple animals that are in those groups, such as crow or human. While that's thinking about it, because we've got quite a lot of rules, it takes a second. While that's thinking about it, I'll show you the rule set here so you can see. Yeah, you see it knows it's not true, but then if I put something in that it doesn't know, so check that spanner is metal, it will tell me that it doesn't know, but while before it says it knows that's not true. So yeah, you can see here there's no spanner is not metal or anything, and these are the ones that we have here. So yeah, give it a second while it thinks about that. Probably didn't like it though. Oh no, it was really loaded in. Don't worry. Yeah, at the beginning of the code, when I do load it in, I do put a dummy statement through to check. You can see I've got all the stuff from before, and then it's got logic here. I do a dummy statement through to check there's no error. So I do not know this. Obviously, we know that. So we can tell it stuff that it doesn't to learn stuff. So I know that. Have we got monkeys? No, we don't. So if I know that monkey is mammal, and so it will check for contradiction and then remember this. So I can show you this here while it does that, how that works. So so after my XML, but before the cosine similarity, it's got the new logic section. We've got user knows section. We've got a user checking section. I'll show you in a bit, but we can deal with S's, EDs, multi-layered words, and we also check for misspellings and also like A's beforehand, I think. Yep. So if we go back on here, it's still not done yet, but it's thinking about it. This is the user checking section. So those are the two new main sections for that. I think. Oh, there you go. Okay, I remember that the monkey is mammal, so it knows. I'll show that it should check for contradiction as well. So I know that crow is mammal, and it will do it. I probably should have done before this one. Check that monkey is mammal, but if you check if I show you the KB file, you can see none of the mammals are a monkey. Monkey's not in here at all, so that's one I've added myself just now. When it does close, you can see when we get the bye message, it overrides the CSV back with all the things from the KB. So if it learns anything, it remembers that forever, basically. So yeah, I just found contradictions, check that's correct, and just to show you that it's saved this, I say check that monkey is mammal. As far as my is correct. Okay, so let's move on to some of the NLP stuff I did. So one of the things I'm most proud of is doing spelling errors. So check that monkey is mel. Actually, we'll go with check that crow is feather. We'll go with we'll spell our A and our E the other way around. Feather, and it will obviously that's spelled wrong, so normally that wouldn't work because it needs to be the exact spelling, but because we're using the Enchant library to check for what's if it's a real word, and if it's not, it will see what the most appropriate word it thinks that is. So while we're waiting for it to do that, we will check up on our XML. Oh, it's already done it. So as far as I'm aware, it's correct because it's gone through and checked. So I've done some other ones. So we've added did, read. Oh no, sorry, that's not the right bit. This is the new logic section. Sorry. And then so in the middles, I've added some is, ares, and haves just to, and then do, just to get a few more. So if you say check that crow have, we'll do crow have at feather so that you can see two at the same time. So you'll see have is accepted, and we can get rid of the a's. It's just so that we're accepting a wider range. So yeah, check that. That's correct. You can also see that check that crow crow do lay egg. So you can see we've got a space here, but it will deal with that. And you've got check that crow do lay eggs. So you can see we can deal with plural as well with the s's as well. That's correct. What's one that eds as well? So check that human is warm blooded. So you say normally the command would be warm blood, but we've got warm blooded, and it will go around and check that as far as where it's correct. So yeah, that's the main bits of the. Sorry, let me just check the time. 6 minutes before sugar. That's the main bits of that bit. I've also done some fuzzy logic on top of that. So there's a new. Before, when you said let's play a game, you could play the rock paper scissors game, but now you get a choice. So if you type in let's play a game, you can have a choice for guessing game if you enter one, and it doesn't show up at the top, but you can do it here. So you can how it works is it asks you a bunch of questions, and then there's some fuzzy logic rules. Admittedly, most of them are binary, but I've just done that via 100 and 0 being true, false, and then there's like some other ones that are in between, but they're not used too much, to be honest. I didn't get around to it, but I have tried to use some fuzzy logic. So rather than just having true, false, and stuff like that, we've got other things. So does your animal? We'll go with a elephant first. So does your animal lay eggs? No, elephants do not lay eggs. How long does your animal live? Well, elephants live quite long indeed. So we'll go for around 90. Elephants can swim. They don't have feathers. They are rather large beasts. And they don't have an exoskeleton, and they don't have scales. And it guesses a mammal, which is obviously what an elephant is. So if we go again, this time we'll go for an ant, I think. So ants do lay eggs. They don't live very long at all. I don't think ants can swim, and they definitely don't have feathers. They are incredibly small. And they do have exoskeletons, but they don't have scales, and obviously ants are invertebrates. We shall do one more, so let's just do a crow. Play game, guessing game. Crows lay eggs. They don't live too long, but a little bit longer than ants, I believe. I don't think crows can swim. They do have feathers. They're not very big, but they're bigger than a few animals out there. They don't have exoskeletons, they don't have scales, and I guess it's a bird. So I'll show you the code for that. So the actual GUI is made through Pygame. So you can. This is the function. This is when it gets to calling the game, which is just simply it's implemented in the CSV and the XML, obviously. And when it gets to calling the game, it literally just calls the acconator function. This is the acconator function here. It's all made in Pygame. There's a set of questions. It just runs through them, saves it, adds those all to the variables when it's done, and then puts it through. And depending on what the guess is, it will output that. You can see the fuzzy logic here. So here's some binary rules. If it lays eggs, if it doesn't lay eggs, then obviously it's a mammal. If it has an exoskeleton, then it's an invertebrate. If it has feathers and lay eggs, it's a bird. If it swims and doesn't have scales, then it's an amphibian. But if it doesn't swim and it does have scales, it's a reptile. So those are that's this here. So yeah, going back through from the very top, you've got the enchant module is a new section, and obviously Pygame and Simple. This is all mostly left unchecked. Everything else still works on the code. I haven't obviously. I've got this on commented at the moment because the camera's off for the thing and it won't load otherwise. So you just come down. There's a new logic section. There's the game section with the fuzzy logic. And then in the main section, after the XML stuff, you've got the logic-based. Top bit's the I know that dealing with, and the second bit's the check that section. and then you've got the cosine similarity after. But when you do say bye,